Ensuring reflection leads to learning. What we have to do is make sure that there's a very clear distinction between the level of reflection that we're engaged with as reflective practitioners. If we're not careful, reflection can actually become quite routine and therefore not very meaningful. In a way, it becomes an unthinking process. And what we need to ensure is that reflective practice is thinking at a much deeper level. It's about consciously thinking through what has happened, taking control, having some measure of analysis in terms of that experience, and standing back and reflecting, looking at, questioning that experience. And so in the literature, what we can see in terms of reflective practice is that there's a distinction between what some people call common sense thinking and what others call pedagogical thinking. Common sense thinking and pedagogical thinking are, in a way, two extremes of a straight line continuum. Common sense thinkers, it has been said, tend to think in a very unconscious way. That's not to say that it's a bad thing. Common sense thinkers are those people, us, as we think through everyday life. It's very normal. It's a very normal thinking process. It therefore can lead to particular processes in the classroom, like trial and error. In other words, experimenting with something to see if it works, and if it works, good. If it doesn't, change it. This is very common sense thinking. Pedagogical thinkers are very different to common sense thinkers. With a pedagogical thinker, we're looking at a much more conscious process in terms of reflecting on teaching in the classroom. And it's that consciousness in terms of reflection that actually ensures that the reflective process leads to learning. It's about the individual taking control and about taking a much longer-term view of the professional aspect, the career aspect that we have as teachers. It's not just common sense thinking, which is in the moment and immediate. Pedagogical thinking is much longer term. And what we can do then is look at 4 key principles of learning for the pedagogical thinker. And these define the process of pedagogical thinking. We have continuous reflection, which is ongoing, connected reflection, challenging reflection, and also contextualized or situated reflection. Continuous reflection, as the word demonstrates, is something which is ongoing for the reflective practitioner. The pedagogical thinker will continuously think on and think about their experiences in the classroom in order to help lead the process of professional development. And this, therefore, gives the reflective practitioner a lot of material to work with. Connected reflection is essentially the component which links experiential learning from the classroom, acquired knowledge from the classroom, with the formal learning that we have on courses or in training. Without structured reflection, teachers may actually fail to bridge the gap between their experience and what the literature, what theory tells us about teaching and learning. And therefore, this is a very important component of thinking for this level. Challenging reflection, this is where the teacher is prepared to pose questions, and perhaps very difficult questions for themselves, in order to begin the process of improvement and development. And of course, there's contextualized reflection or situated reflection. This brings all the other levels of reflection together within the context of teaching for the teacher. For example, reflection could be more formal or informal depending on the context in which the teacher is teaching. So contextualized reflection takes all of these considerations and actually makes it meaningful for the teacher within the context that they teach.